I'm going to wash my face with this, which is the Garnier Skin Active Refreshing Botanical Gel Wash with aloe vera extract, and it's great for combination skin. I have a really oily T-zone and I wear glasses, so my glasses tend to slide off my face a lot. And I did use the Lisa like cleanse and polish, but it gave me chemical burns after I kept using it, and I've never had any trouble with this, and I just found it randomly in Superdrug one day and came across it, and it was so good, and it doesn't make your skin feel dry, it moisturises it and it feels so good afterwards, so I really do recommend it. I've now like patted my skin dry and my skin feels so much nicer, it feels a lot more cleansed. So now I'm just going to use the Palmer's Cocoa Butter lip balm, and it's so good. It's quite expensive, but if you shop around you can get it for like £1, and it's really good, and it is the only thing that keep my lips moisturised, as my lips are so chapped all year round. I look an actual state today and I'm really tired, but I think my iron's low because I'm getting really itchy, and being tired all the time is another symptom of having low iron, so I probably need to go back for a blood test at the doctor's, which I can't be bothered doing, but it needs to be done. So I'm just going to chill out and watch some Bates Motel as I have nothing else to do. But later on I will be getting ready because I'm going around for tea at my mum's again, and then I'm going to Tom's, which is my partner's, which I probably won't be filming much there because I want to keep that private, just because it's an off-camera relationship and I don't really want to be filming that all the time, and I do spend my weekends with him, so I'll probably just put snippets of stuff in and not actually film properly on weekends because I'd rather be spending that time with him than filming it. Good morning everyone, it's Thursday today and I've got to upload yesterday. However, I'm just at my sister's flat with my mum today, but we're both not too great, so I probably won't be talking as much as I actually feel like. I'm at death's door right now and clearly look it. So you'll probably only like see snippets of filming today. However, I've got a few things to do, so, and I think I'm going out today as well, just for like a walk with my mum, so it should be interesting. So guys, I recently came across a girl on my Twitter who is having a mastectomy, which means having a breast removed, because she has the cancer gene that runs in her family, which I think I think she's like 19, 20, is a very brave thing to have done because it's something quite serious. And I came across a website which is called Copperfield, and it's spelled COPPA and obviously feel. And it's for breast cancer and how to like check your breasts, and this also applies for men as well, and you can get free daily daily or monthly text reminders to check your breasts, and you can also have that done as an email update, which I think is really good. And I think it's really important because quite a few close relatives of mine in my family have had breast cancer and sadly passed away from it, which is quite a serious illness, unfortunately. So I just think it's really important to get this put out there, because like everyone deserves a chance in life. And the girl who actually set up Copperfield was 22 when she found a lump on her breast and went to her doctors 3 times to be turned away, saying, "You're too young, you shouldn't get anything like that at your age," only to go 8 months later and actually find out that her breast cancer was incurable, which is extremely sad. So she set up the website, and there's all the information on there of what signs you should look out for and how to check them, and they do a video on it. But there's also plenty of other things on the internet, but I just think it's extremely important to get that message out there, because it goes unnoticed, and your breast actually goes from your collarbone to obviously, like, you know, the boob itself. And actually had an auntie who went for her mammogram and everything came out clear, and she found a lump by her collarbone, and actually nobody told her that her breast went up to there, and it turned out it was cancerous, and she had to go through lots of grueling chemo, which is very unfortunate, and she lost all of her hair. But I just find it so important to get to know your breasts and look for changes and things, especially as, like, you know, you get older, and it's actually very common for girls in their 20s to get breast cancer as well. So I just think it's worth the shot of having it done, just get over the embarrassment of it, because it can happen to some of us, unfortunately, and especially as so many people have had it in my family, I just think it's extremely important to look out, especially if you know people who've passed away from it or who have had it in your family. I just think it's worth keeping that check on. It's better to be safe than sorry. I actually have a problem with my womb, and I've had this problem since I was like 15, and I suffered with severe pains in my womb when I got my period, and now I'm actually like going through a specialist, and that only got sorted out this year, because they actually think it's a condition called endometriosis, which is extremely hard to diagnose. But it's actually a very common condition, just not many people know about it, and it's quite serious. And I had to go so many times to doctors to be told, "I can't do this test on you, you're too young, you can't get these conditions at your age," or I got put with, "Oh, it's just heavy painful periods," when it's really not, because I get the pain daily, and it's some days it's a lot more intense. And I just want to like also put out there as well that if you're a girl, don't be embarrassed about going to the doctors about your periods, because it can be something quite serious like this. And I find it very important, because I actually suffer with anemia, so the amount of blood loss I got from having heavy periods, I could have died. Also, that pain so intense that you're getting sweats and you're feeling sick and you feel like you're going to pass out, and you can't actually physically get out of the bed, and you're literally curled up in a ball in tears. That's not normal. Do not accept that rubbish off your GP like I did, thinking, "Oh yeah, I believe my doctor." You know your body better than they do, because you live in it. And I just find like I found it hard to go to my doctors, to actually go to them about this, because I was 15 when I got it, and I thought they were going to look at me stupid, and they did. But turns out I was actually right, and I went to go see a female doctor after literally going to the doctors 3 times in 1 week to actually be told, "Yeah, it sounds like you've got endometriosis, you really need to go and get that checked out." I'm going back to see my specialist on the 19th to see where we go from there, but I'm pretty much going for the operation doing. If you don't know what it is, I do advise you to research it, because I don't actually know all the symptoms off the top of my head, but they are very grueling symptoms, and I just find it so important, like, to not be embarrassed about these things, as hard as it is, because I was actually so embarrassed. But like, I've worked in healthcare before now, and you see bits and pieces so much that when you look at them, it doesn't even affect you anymore. You're like, right, okay, it doesn't bother you at all, it goes over the top of your head. Whereas if you don't see them every day, you just see your own, it's a lot different being on the other side. But there's nothing honestly to be embarrassed about, and they're really not gonna judge you. And sometimes it does help if you see like a male or a female doctor, depending on who you are, because it can make you feel a lot more comfortable, like it did with me. But eventually you get over that, and you just go, and whenever something doesn't feel normal, go to the doctors and don't take no rubbish from them, because I had to demand so many times to actually be seen about this. It was embarrassing because I've been told that it's in my head when it's obviously not, because it's affecting my daily life. My mum's had to come in with me before now because the doctors really didn't believe me. They kept putting me on contraceptives which stopped my period, which is actually extremely dangerous, because I was on it for years. And yeah, so I'll literally advise you, if anything's wrong, go and get yourself checked out, because I, as a young person, I'm only 21, I know what it's like and how embarrassing it is. You feel so shameful. There's nothing to be ashamed of. You're doing it out of your own benefit. So seriously, if there's something wrong, go and get seen to, and don't be embarrassed about it, because you could regret it later on in life if you can't change that.